Intelligent contract and blockchain are currently the hottest application technology throughout the world. But it's just now. In the future, there are more incredible technologies coming one after another in rapid succession. Californium is an enhanced blockchain system providing intelligent contract services. Meanwhile, Californium quantum issue technology will lead us to experience the charms of future science and technology in advance. We live in such a world where information can be encoded. The standard model of physics has dozens of constants needing to be accurately limited. Otherwise, atoms would not be generated, and you wouldn't be able to see the world around you as well. Laws and constants physics can be accurate to such an extent that information is allowed to evolve and develop. Let's begin to explore from the world based on information. Atoms, especially the carbon atoms, can be able to connect through 4 different ways to create a wealth of information structure and then to form more complex molecules. As a result, chemistry was derived from physics. 1 billion years later, a complex molecule called DNA gradually evolved. It can accurately encode long strings of information and can compile these programs into creatures. As a result, biology was derived from chemistry. The neural system has evolved with the rapid growth of the organism, a communication and decision-making network. The neural system, consisting of neurons, forms the brain able to perform intelligent behaviors. In this way, neurology is derived from biology. The human brain gives rise to another level of abstraction awareness. We made tools which represent a new form of evolution, and then technologies emerge from this. We first invented language, writing, and printing. There were telegraphs and telephones emerging. Now we have the internet. Technology allows information transmission and coding to exponentially grow. People called this the law of accelerating returns, LOR. The technology evolution process inevitably leads to the evolution of computer-level ability. This in turn extends our cognitive basis and makes the exponential, explosive growth of science and technology become a reality. Learning is established on the basis of neural network technology. Canadian scientists Geoffrey Hinton in 2006 for his development of multi-layer neural network technology with a new name, deep learning. And by every computer image recognition in the global competition of technology, far beyond the other rivals, including Google and other large commercial products, deep learning gradually became the most popular artificial intelligence technology in the world. The basic characteristics of the neural network is trying to imitate the brain neurons transmit, process information model. A neural network usually needs a lot of nodes connected to each other, also known as the neurons, and has 2 features. Each neuron, through a specific output function, also called the excitation function or the activation function, computes weighted input values from other neighboring neurons. By the strength of the information transmitted between neurons, using so-called weighted value to define, the algorithm will continue self-learning, adjusting the weighted values. However, the basic idea of deep learning is the machine automatically learning. The idea is to stack multiple layers to realize the input information expressed by stage. The machine can learn the same information under the condition of different forms of expressions, which is actually the essence of the so-called smart. All transmissions of current internet information are based on asymmetric encryption technology. Nowadays, all of the information transmission on the internet depends on public key encryption technology. Our net silver-colored U Aegis, social passwords, confidential email, and so forth are all based on encryption technology. In the past 2 years, high-profile virtual currency, it is more perfect that it is built based on asymmetric encryption technology. If passwords are cracked, all of the aforementioned security systems will cease to exist. The public key encryption algorithm is the product of two large prime numbers. The product as a public key encryption and encrypted with prime numbers. Although it is easy to get the product, it is very hard to decompose into two primes from this product. So far, the maximum number that has been broken down is 129. It takes 8 months and uses 1,600 workstations globally to complete this decomposition. If we want to break down a 250-bit number, it would take 80,000 years, and with a 1,000-bit number, it will be 10 septillion years. However, current encryption of public and private key system is still facing huge challenge. The quantum computing technology introduced in this article could achieve a factor decomposition of 1,000 digits within a second using Shor's algorithm. All difficult problems will be solved by this technology. Current encryption system has no security in front of quantum computer. Let's see how the quantum computer works. What is quantum? Quantum is an important concept in modern physics. It is a basic unit that cannot be further divided. This was first put forth by Max Planck in 1900. The principle of quantum state superposition. Quantum state is referring to the state of particles in the space. Superposition means that there are several kinds of eigenstates of particles in the state. A measured status, which might be any eigenstate, will be shown only as a measure conducted. Before we understand quantum computing, we need to understand why certain problems cannot be solved using traditional computers. Let's think about a math problem to draw the outline of this, which is called the light switch. The purpose of this game is to find the minimum value by setting the status of switches. So what you have to do is this: turn every switch on or off. In our game, turn on means 1 and turn off means -1. We then put all of the switches of the deviation value multiplied by the corresponding value of the opening or closing. This will produce a result. In mathematics, we define the deviation of each switch as HI and switch setting as SI. Please imagine that there are additional rules for lots of switches. We add a new deviation, J, and then multiply the two set values of the switches. We use such a rule for each pair of results before and after the switch, which is the result of the aggregation. What we need to do is figure out how to choose the switch state to adapt to the new rules and find the minimum value. With switches that have complicated neighboring networks, it is very hard to find the right combination and get the minimum value. With the increase of number of switches, the possibility will be increased by exponential growth. In fact, this problem is very difficult even for most powerful supercomputers. It will take a long time to put so many possible configurations into memory and calculate to see if our guess is correct. If there are 500 switches, the universe does not have enough time to check all of the configurations. Then how does quantum computing solve this problem? Quantum computer basic computing power is derived from the fact that you can put information bits in the superposition state of the quantum. Some people like to call the superposition as two states at the same time. This means that if you are using a quantum computer, we will be able to open and close the light switch at the same time. Quantum mechanism of information bits, qubits, can exist in a known superposition state. The superposition didn't choose to become +1 or -1. Now let's take a look at the previous same number of switch group, but now they have been sent into a quantum computer memory. Because all the light switches are on or off at the same time. We know the correct answer is hidden somewhere, and the quantum mechanism is going to find it. You start the aforementioned system under the quantum superposition, and you adjust the quantum computer to close the quantum superposition effect. At the same time, you slowly raise all the deviation. And then all switches will slowly show their superposition statuses and select one status. Although n switches may produce 2 to the nth possible configurations, the minimum value can also be found at the end and win the game. Isn't it amazing? We don't need to calculate. All we have to do is some simple manipulation, and the problems can be solved by objective laws of quantum. Using quantum computing, we only need to configure the parameters and evaluation functions. The rest of the problem will be handed over to our nature. We know that the calculation results of nature is always right. Though with our current cognition, we cannot understand why objects that need infinite computation would be finished in seconds by quantum computing. Are those enormous calculations done in another parallel universe through quantum? We have to remember that what engineering can do is to enlarge a natural phenomena clearly, even though we can't understand it. As per Bernoulli's law pointed out that air pressure on moving curved surface is smaller than that on moving flat surface. Though scientists haven't figured out how Bernoulli's law made the mathematical problem of foil lift, engineering has accepted this subtle truth and created such a prosperous current aviation community. We will have a better understanding of the quantum computing method of Californium. The wallet is a neuron and can also be understood as the above-mentioned quantum superposition switch. The transaction between wallets represents the connection between neurons and can also be understood as the correlation coefficient between quantum switches. With the increase of Californium wallets and their transactions, the Californium system will gradually form a huge network. The affairs that this network needs to handle are intelligent contract. Each node in the network is controlled by a very smart person. A superneural network is formed by using the structure of the neural network. With the expansion of Californium application, we will see that the Californium system can conduct more contract business needing advanced intelligence. More abstractly, like a neural network, a Californium system can evolve by itself, and what it might be able to deal with may be beyond what we can imagine today. Why do we call a Californium issue a quantum issue? Because it uses structures and algorithms approximate to those of a neural network and quantum computing to calculate the optimal issue efficiency and to make the Californium network grow much healthier and faster. Moreover, the algorithm to search for the best issue mechanism can also be used in the solution of other problems. This means the Californium system can actually be an open type of artificial intelligence neural network and quantum simulation algorithm processor. Since each node in the Californium system is a brain with wisdom, the Californium system network can make use of this advantage to make predictions on social and economic problems, such as predictions of stock rise, the trend of gold prices, the exchange rate of national currencies, the direction of the global economy, and so on. Other artificial intelligence systems cannot do this. Summarization of issue principles. 1. The issue volume of Californium is related to the increment of wallets. If the quantity of wallets is increased, issue speed will be faster. When quantity of wallets is saturated, Californium issue will gradually be stopped to make sure that there will be no inflation or deflation. 2. The computing power of every wallet is influenced by 4 parameters. A. Money holding quantity of wallets, H. B. Activeness, A. Assessed by recent transaction data of wallets, frequent transactions make higher activeness. C. Energy, E. Assessed by wallet links and weight, which are produced by transactions. The first transaction between two wallets is called link, and the weight is determined by the transaction time order of these two wallets. D. Node training parameter, M. 3. Final computing power of wallets. The earnings of every wallet will be calculated by the final computing power and daily issue volume. This is an open artificial intelligence platform. Through wallets and links, Californium has built a huge, deep artificial neural network, and each node is a brain with high intelligence. Therefore, through these features, we can design corresponding links, training, and evaluation functions to achieve all kinds of intelligence goals on this network. A developer can issue its own assets according to our development interface. Such assets can be used as the energy to guide each node to participate. Each participant runs a specific function. Through the vast node network and link mechanisms, superintelligence that we cannot imagine will emerge. That is because what we will connect are thousands of brains with wisdom.